Shalom, 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 shalom. As always, first I want to give all the praises and the glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, unto His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to our apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the 140,000 multitude, men, women, and children. All praises and glory to Yahweh Shai. Shai. So, as you can see from the title, UN Walkout Satan UN Walkout Satanyahu, right? This happened, obviously we should have heard about this by now, kind of thing, but I'm just gonna do a quick lesson on it here today as such. UN Walkout Satanyahu over the weekend when he was speaking in the United Nations, right? So it's just, as you can see from the title, I have hated. That comes from the book of Psalms, chapter 26, verse 4. Verse 5. I have hated the congregation of evildoers and will not sit with the wicked. And that's kind of what you saw taking place here, all right, on this walkout. Psalms 26, verse 5. I have hated the congregation of evildoers and will not sit with the wicked. So let me just quickly play this quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, order. I request protocol to escort His Excellency and invite him to address the assembly. Order, please. Ladies and gentlemen, order. Order, please. Ladies and gentlemen, order. Order, please. I request protocol to escort His Excellency.
So I just saw the video of the diplomatic walkout during Netanyahu's speech to the UN, and what I noticed during this video is the diplomats who chose to leave are people we code as black and brown. Black and brown people getting up to leave the room while an active supremacist genocider is speaking. Black and brown people, black and brown people, black and brown people, and all white people just sitting there and giving this psychopath an audience and actively legitimizing anything he could have to say to the United Nations. That right there is white supremacy in action. That is how whiteness props up white and Western violence. There is no reason besides supremacy and deeply rooted racism why all the people leaving that room should have been black and brown people, and all the people sitting there and listening attentively and nodding as this war criminal spoke should have been white people. Use your eyeballs. We don't have to work that hard to pull back the curtain of what's happening here. It is directly in front of all of our faces. And this is a reminder to all of the white people I know who have been quiet on this, that being a traitor against white supremacy is a good thing. Betraying the in-group power and privilege of whiteness will always be a good thing.
She's spot on, boy. Because I always say, boy, when they say the West is just a code word for white supremacy. The West represents white supremacy, nothing else. All these people that are so in love with the West, all these Israelites that are in love with the West is just a code word for white supremacy. But as you see, you know, a lot of people walked out on that devil, boy, because he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? These are the devils. This is the head tribe, the tribe of Amalek. The tribe of Amalek, you know. And I was going to go into Job chapter 18 and read a few verses down. Because this is the devil, you know, trying to prop himself up. All right? Let me just put some screen up here. This is Job chapter 18, verse 5. It says, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. This is what the Most High is getting ready to do when he sends his son. The light of the wicked is going to be put out in the most dramatic events this world is ever going to see. The lights of these wicked Edomites, starting with the head tribe, Amalek, is going to be put out. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. His own counsel. This is what he's saying. This is part of what he was saying. We're going to come back to Job 18. Right? The steps of his strength shall be straightened. Straightened. Let's quickly look at that word straightened. I'm going to play a clip of a little bit of the speech that this devil was saying. Shall be straightened. To bind, to be distressed, to be in distress, be cramped, be narrow, be scant, be in straits. That's why everything that he's doing, boy, is going to lead him to be in straits, to be in distress, to make narrow, to cause distress, to besiege, to suffer distress. The Lord is preparing these Edomites, starting with the head tribe, Amalek, to suffer distress. I couldn't have said it any better. This is what the Lord is prepping them to do, to suffer major distress. So when you go back to Job 18, and it says, the steps of his strength shall be straightened to suffer this distress, and his own counsel shall cast him down. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. His own counsel shall cast him down. So this is a little bit of what he was saying. This is it. He was speaking on, right? This devil here, right, was actually speaking on the blessings and the curses. This is what I said, boy. They're taking all of our talking points. They're looking at what the true prophets are saying, and they're taking our talking points, and they're trying to associate it with themselves. They're trying to use it for themselves. They're checking. These devils are watching the Hebrew Israelites, starting from our elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, the brothers, the elders, the bishops of Great Millstone, the Hebrew Israelite camps, affiliate camps that are speaking this truth. They are taking our talking points and they're trying to tag it to themselves. I mean, listen to this part here, what this devil says here. He starts talking about the blessings and the curses. Man, we're the only people that talk about the blessings and the curses in Deuteronomy 28. But look at this devil's trying to twist it. He's like, this is Satan, man. Satanyahu. Listen to Satanyahu, right? Not Netanyahu. This is Satanyahu, the prime minister of the Amalekites. This is King Agag. I truly believe this man is King Agag in the reincarnation. This guy here. This is King Agag in the reincarnation. If you don't know who King Agag is, go to the book of Samuel, man. And you understand who this devil is. But listen to what this devil says here.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Israel defends itself against Iran in the Seven Front War, the line separating the blessing and the curse could not be more clear. This is the map I presented here last year. It's a map of a blessing. It shows Israel and its Arab partners forming a land bridge.
So he's getting into the blessings and the curses. This is the map that shows you the blessing. The map that shows you the blessings is in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, you devil. But this is what they are doing. They're taking our talking points, right? Misconstruing, taking our talking points and trying to associate it with themselves. But listen to this devil.
Connecting Asia and Europe between the Indian Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. Across this bridge, we will lay rail lines energy pipelines.
Look at the plans this devil has got. He got no idea, boy. The Most High is setting a snare for you, Amalek. King Agag of the Amalekites, today known as Satanyahu, aka Prime Minister of the Amalekites. The Lord is setting a snare for you.
Fiber optic cables, and this will serve the betterment of 2 billion people. Now look at this second map. It's a map. Look at the second map.
See, the second map is the curses, right? This devil is taking our talking points, boy, and reconstructing them to fit him and his demonic tribe of people called the Amalekites. The curses. We're the only people that talk about the blessings and the curses are the Hebrew Israelites. The only group of people that speak about the blessings and the curses are the Hebrew Israelites. Now the devil's talking about it now.
It's a map of a curse. It's a map of an arc of terror that Iran has created and imposed from the Indian Ocean to the Mediterranean. Iran's malignant arc has shut down international waterways. It cuts off trade. It destroys millions, destroys nations from within, and inflicts misery.
So he's blaming Iran for everything that these Western countries do, but they just give it a pretty name. They call it sanctions. We're putting sanctions on you. This is what I said. When they speak about the West is just a code word for white supremacy, nothing else. And you Negroes that think you've got some stake in this Western society, the Lord is going to set a snare for you as well, alongside these Edomites. Let me tell you. All of you Negroes that think you've got some share, right? Some vested interest in this Western society. The Lord has got a massive snare for you as well, alongside these Amalekites.
And millions. On the one hand, a bright blessing, a future of hope. On the other hand, a dark future of despair. And if you
see, we're the only people that speak about the blessings and the curse, right? No one else. No one else. We are the only people that will speak about that, giving you the significance. I mean, he's going completely off. But you see, the blessing is going to be taking that land, taking half of Saudi Arabia, parts of Egypt, parts of Syria is going to be gone, parts of Iraq is going to be gone. All of what you know today of Palestine is going to be gone. All of that is going to be part of the promised land. We're the only people that speak about the blessings and the curses. But look at this devil, boy. You tell me these devils ain't watching us.
On the other hand, a dark future of despair. And if you think this dark map is only a curse for Israel, if you think that, then you should think again. Because Iran's aggression,
see? And this is what this devil does, boy. This is what the devil does. The blessings and the curses. Trying to take her to it. But it's a snare. The Most High is setting a snare for these devils. Let's go back to Job 18. It's a snare. Just so you understand. Job 18 verse 7. The steps of his strength shall be straightened. He's going to suffer distress, this man. And his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet. The Most High is casting his Amaleks into a net by his own feet. The angels of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai are leading these devils into a snare. And what it says it right here. Salaki, who praises the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And he walketh upon a snare. That's where he's headed. With all of that pride that he's got. He walketh upon a snare. The jinn, which is a trap, shall take him by the heel. Let's look at that word jinn. The jinn.
Strong's H, 6341.
The bird trap.
Pack.
Let's look it up, see what it says here. But there you go. They've got it. Bird trap. That's what the jinn is. It's a trap, a snare, literal bird trap. The jinn. Oh, the jinn. It's a bird trap. It's a trap, just like I said. Let's go back to the scriptures. The Lord is just setting a jinn for this devil. The snare, where is it? The jinn. For he is cast into his own net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, the Achilles heel. That's your weakest point, right? You cut the Achilles and you drop. And the robber shall prevail against him. It makes you kind of, when it says the jinn shall take him by the heel, right? Check this out. And this has just come to me in the spirit right now to think about this, right? If we go to, we're going to come back to Job. If we go to Revelations 13, when it talks about the beast, when it says here, Revelations 13:1, and I stood upon the stand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. This is a representation of the EU and NATO, the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his name, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, right? Which is what? The Greek Empire, the leopard, Alexander the Great, right? He wore the leopard skin, right? So it's talking about the Greek Empire, because this is the Romans took from the Greeks, so forth, and what we live in today is a reincarnation of the Roman Empire with its Greek influence, right? And also its Egyptian influence. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, the Greeks, and his feet were as the feet of a bear. That's the jinn that's going to take him by the heel. His feet were as the feet of the bear. Who is the bear? The bear are the Russians. The Russians. And his mouth as the mouth of a lion. That's Great Britain. And the dragon gave him his power. So the dragon is who? The dragon is symbolic for the Roman Empire. America is the reincarnation of the Roman Empire and its Edomite affiliates. That's the dragon. That's the power, right? Which is America. This is what's giving Israel its power. And the dragon gave him his power. He's getting his power from the dragon, America, Babylon the Great, and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So the beast is who? The beast is talking about, first and foremost, the reincarnation of this Roman Empire, which is today we know as the EU, the 10 horns, and America, the head of NATO. Because EU and the NATO, they make up the beast, and America is the head of NATO. So what's going to take him? It says, and his feet were as the feet of a bear. That's the Achilles heel. That's the bear, the Russians. That's what's going to take these devils down. The bear is symbolic for the Russians. So when we go back to Job 18, you understand it a bit more now. When it says here, the jinn, the trap, shall what? Shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. Because it's the Russians that ultimately are going to take these devils down, right? The snare is laid for him in the ground. It's a trap. Hezbollah have been saying, come. Hezbollah can't wait for them to come into Lebanon, because they have said, as of tonight, they are going into Lebanon. The ground forces are going to be invading Lebanon tonight. So the snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. They've taken out some of the top guys in Hezbollah, but they've said the whole structure is still in place. The commanders are still in place. The foot soldiers are still in place, the captains, the lieutenants, the structure is still in place. The deputy leader of Hezbollah has taken over now, right? And what did he say? He's saying, come. He dares them to come into Lebanon. And they said they're coming in tonight. Now, whether they come in tonight or tomorrow morning, we will see. So it says, the snare is laid for him in the ground and a trap for him in the way. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten and destruction shall be ready at his side. Because ultimately Israel is going to be destroyed alongside Babylon the Great. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. These Edomites are so overconfident. America, for what I heard just an hour ago on the news, are sending another 5,000 troops out to the Middle East. I just heard that on the news, that America is sending 5,000 troops. I'll quickly find it. They're sending 5,000 troops to the Middle East as of today. I just heard this. I want to see if it's here. It just came on the news today. It said America is sending more troops to the Middle East. I'm not sure if they got it up here. Yeah, hold on. Is this it here? One second. Yeah, let's see if I can quickly share this. This is what I just heard on the news just an hour ago. America sending more troops to the Middle East.
Israel intensified its attacks on Lebanon, claiming the killing of another top Hezbollah official following the assassination of leader Syed Hassan Nasrallah in a major airstrike. This attack also resulted in the deaths of key figures, including Ali Karaki and an Iranian general. Iran condemned the strikes, promising retaliation against what it termed a horrible crime. In response to the escalating conflict, the US announced increased air support capabilities in the region and put troops on heightened readiness. National Security spokesperson John Kirby emphasized the need for a diplomatic resolution, stating that all-out war would not benefit residents of northern Israel. The situation prompted diplomatic visits with French and Russian officials seeking to address the crisis. Protests erupted across the Middle East against Israel's actions, with calls for a ceasefire from various leaders who criticized the disproportionate use of force. In just a week, Israeli bombardments have resulted in over 1,000 deaths and displaced 1 million people in Lebanon.
So they're sending more troops as of today to the Middle East. It says something like 5,000 more troops, and they're sending a fleet of fighter jets out there to protect Israel. So that's what's going on. So we go back to Job. But it says here, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Who's the king of terrors? Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Everything that they're doing, all the events that we see taking place is going to bring these nations to the king of terrors. The king of terrors is the Most High God, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai. It's Yahweh ultimately, but Yahweh Shai is coming to do the work of the king of terrors. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall the branch be cut off. Right? His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the streets. This is what's getting ready to happen. He shall be driven from light into darkness. This devil, he's going to be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. They're going to be chased out of the world. chased out of the world. These Edomites. This is talking directly about Esau, the Edomites, starting with their head tribe, Amalek. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwelling. They that come after him shall be astonished at this day. They're going to be astonished at this day when these Edomites are brought down to their knees and put into captivity. They're going to be chased out of the world and they're going to be put into hardcore slavery, starting with the elite of Esau and starting with their head tribe, the Amalekites. Amalek, the small hats. They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. They're going to be astonished at his day, just like how they went before that were affrighted. Just like how they've got these people on tender hooks, dropping bombs everywhere on apartment buildings and just bunker busting bombs and just flattening and killing and murdering. And it's just, but like I said, we ain't got no dog in this fight. We're just bringing this news to you through the scriptures to let you know all the events we see taking place is going to usher in the second coming of our Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And we know the major events that must take place before that. And we speak about that all the time. The mark of the beast, the microchip. Use that as a marker. The microchip. It says, surely such are the dwellings of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Esau. And this is the place of him that knoweth not God. And this is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Come on. Say no more. Say no more. So I just kind of wanted to bring that little bit of news to you, family. I see the brothers are putting up some precepts there. Let me just grab a few of these precepts. Shalom to you, James and his likeness. Shalom to you, brother. Exodus 17 and 14. And Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. It's coming for you, Esau. It's coming for you, small hats. You think the Messiah is coming to save you, devils? He's coming to put you into captivity. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi. For he said, because Yahweh has sworn that the Lord Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And this is going to be the last war that the Most High has with Amalek from generation to generation. Trust me. So I'm going to leave it there. I pray you are edified as always. I want to give all the praises and the glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and to his only begotten Son, Yahushai, that belongs to our apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. As I always say, family, keep praying, keep safe, repent, and hold on to this truth. Because I'm telling you, we are at the door. I say it all the time, we're at the door. Use the microchip as the marker, because once the chip goes global, it's got to hit at least 2/3 of the world. Then at any point, the nukes can be firing and Yahushua and your angels will come to deliver his elect. Simple as that. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Shalom, 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 family. All praises.